Honorable Principal Ma'am and my dear colleagues, a very good afternoon to all. Today I am here to discuss the topic child labor. A child is the father of the man. This is a very famous line which has been quoted by the great poet William Wordsworth. This line refers to the importance of a child in our society. It also refers to the importance of a child in the development of the society as well as the development of the nation as a whole. For the welfare and the development of the nation, it is very important that each child should get the opportunity to develop, a good opportunity to get higher education, as well as a child should also be protected from certain social evils. So, one of these social evils which is very prevalent in our country is child labor. Child labor is a practice which is usually followed in all the developing and underdeveloped countries. India, unfortunately, is one of them. Child labor means the work which keeps the child away from attending the school. The International Labour Organization estimates that 246 million children between the ages of 5 and 17 are currently working under the conditions which are hazardous to their health, which are illegal, as well as which are extremely exploitative. The United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan quoted, "Child labor has serious consequences that stay with the individual and with the society for far longer years than the years of the childhood." Young workers not only face the dangerous working conditions, but they also face long term physical, intellectual, and emotional stress. They face an adulthood of unemployment, illiteracy, and depression. Our former President of the India, a well-known scientist, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Azad ji said, "All of us should feel proud of our literate intellectuals, entrepreneurs, and affluent citizens of the country. But it should not be forgotten that such categories of persons are almost surrounded from all corners by large number of people who are poor, illiterate, and malnutritioned. They make our life comfortable and worth living by hard work of day and night, and it may be dangerous to neglect them." So now the question arises in every mind that what leads to child labor? The answers can be obtained from certain points. There are various reasons. First and foremost is that the poor families and less income leads to child labor. The child is forced to work and earn for the family at a very young age. It becomes a compulsion for them to work and earn their livelihood. Second is the ignorance of parents towards education also results in education of child, lack of education of child and child labor. And he have no other options but to work and earn for the livings. Third is that children are found to be better producers of certain products such as knotted carpets and other such kinds of goods. Hence, these children are hired and exploited to work and produce such types of goods. This is known as nimble finger theory. Fourth point is that discrimination on grounds including the gender, race, or religion also plays its part in why some children work at a very tender age. And next point is that the child trafficking is another cause of child labor. A number of children are brought and sold and are exploited to work as laborers, beggars, domestic help, etc. In domestic matters, children can be made to work easily at a very young age and at a very low wages also. Moreover, the masters can dominate them easily. So, the number of children working in households constitutes the major part of the child labor. Now, there are many reasons which make child labor as a burning problem. First of all, many children they work in a hazardous and dangerous jobs where they face the danger of injury and even death. Most of the children involved in child labor are devoid of education, hence they remain illiterate. Working in dangerous and poisonous areas like mines and factories can cause detriment to their health. Moreover, the children who work as sex slave is another threat to our society and its morality. Working of the child at a tender age also results in psychotic and physical disorders. And then the children also paid low wages. So that means they live in unhygienic and poor habitats. So these are some of the reasons why this child labor has become a burning issue, and it has to be looked up seriously, not only for the welfare of a child, welfare of the society, but also for the welfare of a development of the whole nation. So now what are the legal actions which has been taken by the government? Elimination or removal of child labor is a very difficult task. The problem of child labor is overlapped with a lot of other issues such as population, poverty, illiteracy, unemployed, and others. So it requires concerned efforts of all sections of the society to come forward and help to remove it. However, the legislation has been trying to regulate the child labor in our country. The first attempt at child labor legislation was made by Factories Act in 1881. Then in 1911, the Factories Act prohibited the employment of children in dangerous occupations and working during night hours. Then came the amendment of this act in 1922 to raise the minimum age of the children to work to 15 years. The Indian Mines Act 1951 prohibits the employment of children below 16 years in any underground mines. In 1979, the Gurupad Swamy Committee was set up to study the problem of child labor and evolve the measures to sort out this problem. Based on the recommendations of this committee, the Child Labor Prohibition Regulation Act was enacted in 1986. This act prohibits the employment of children in certain specified hazardous occupations and processes and regulates the working conditions in others. So this is the present scenario of the legal status of child labor in India. So let's all come forward to eliminate the social evil and make the future of our children better. We have to do this for the better development of our nation and society. Thank you.